there. Thank you for taking a moment to watch this video, and on this specific training, I want to talk to you about caller ID. But more specifically, I want to talk to you about callbacks to the phone numbers that you're displaying as your caller ID when making calls using PhoneBurner. So within the PhoneBurner system, you have the ability to create pools of numbers that you can use for different campaigns. So for example, if I wanted to use these specific phone numbers only when I'm making win-back calls, I created a number pool with just these phone numbers in it so that whenever I'm creating or launching a dial session, I can choose that option as my caller ID. Now when I'm making calls using PhoneBurner, only these phone numbers that are part of this specific number pool will be displayed. And what that does is that gives us tremendous ability to control the routing of those callbacks. So for example, right now, if somebody were to call one of these phone numbers that's part of this number pool, they would be routed to my win-backs call flow. In summary, a call flow is a way for you to manage any callback to one of these phone numbers by providing a menu system for your customers, your leads, your prospects to follow or navigate whenever they call back one of the phone numbers that gets routed to that flow. And here you can see I've got two options. Press 1 and the person will be routed to talk to Heather. If they press 2, they're going to be forwarded to a phone number outside of PhoneBurner. And the problem that you'll run into with the call flow is it requires the customer, the lead, the prospect to actually interact with that phone call. They have to press a key before they get routed to a specific person. And in some cases, that's what you want. You want to be able to present a few options to them and let them choose. However, not always is that going to be the perfect solution. And that's why we have call groups. So let's go ahead and click on call groups. Call groups allows you to group team members together and then set the routing of a number pool to that group so that everybody gets notified and whoever's available can answer that call. So let's go ahead and click on Add Call Group, and we're going to go ahead and give this a name. I'm going to call it my Win-Backs group. And now I just need to add my team members. Let's say Heather and Cassie are going to be the only team members on my team that are going to take the inbound calls to the specific phone numbers that are part of that number pool. So I add them to the group. And then finally, I need to put in what's called a fallback number. So if neither one of them are available, where do I want to route this phone call to? And in order to set a fallback number, I have to have a verified caller ID on my system that I can route that call to. So here I'm going to go ahead and route it to my number. And I'm going to go ahead and save it. And that's it. Now I've created a call group. I can now start to assign this to different number pools. So let's jump back over to our numbers inventory. And I'm going to scroll down to my win-back pool. I'm going to edit that pool. And here where I have the option to select a routing strategy, I'm going to change this from call flow to call group. Once I choose the call group, I will now see my win-backs group and I can save that or submit it. Now, anybody who calls back one of these phone numbers is going to be routed to one of my team members that's part of that group. Now my customers, my leads, my prospects will no longer have to navigate a menu when they call one of these phone numbers back, which will reduce the friction for them to get connected to my team. Now, of course, this is not a solution for everyone. You need to think through all of your campaigns. What phone numbers do you want to display when you're calling this specific group of leads or prospects? And when one of those leads or prospects calls that phone number back, what are they expecting? Are they expecting to be able to make a choice? Like, should I be able to connect to the sales team? Or should I be able to connect to the support team? Or should I be able to connect to a specific person? Or should it just ring to a group of people and whoever's available answer the phone? As you can see, there are lots of options that you can take advantage of here at PhoneBurner. And this is just one more thing that we do to help you and your team get more done in less time using the power of PhoneBurner. Thanks again, and happy dialing.